affordable to her might not be for him. Our means may be different, but our need for energy is the same. And keeping the price for that energy as low as possible is exactly what we strive to do. It's what we've always done. Investments made 10 years ago have kept prices nearly unchanged. Investments made today will help keep prices predictable for the future. With energy that's cleaner, reliable, and affordable for all. An energy future that's American-made. Mid-American. Obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Swing's the place for you!
Living your best life means something different to everyone, especially when it comes to healthcare. That's why Mercy One offers compassionate, personalized care. We are here for you with one team of experts providing access to the primary care and highly rated specialty care you need, easily and conveniently. So go ahead, live your best life. We're with you every step of the way. Mercy One, your best life, our one purpose.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's hometown pride, it's hopes and dreams, it's our future leaders, it's a reason to do more and be more. And it's that farm-strong spirit that can only be found in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes and coaches on a successful year, and remember, today's successes are just the beginning of tomorrow's achievements.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Iowa Girls State Volleyball Tournament here on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company. It is the Class 2A semifinals coming up right now in what should be a great one. Blake Walker, Joanna Settles with you here. There's only one team left in the state of Iowa that's undefeated now, and it's Dike-New Hartford after Clear Creek Amana falls down earlier today in a stunner to North Scott. The Wolverines 48-0, the Cyclones at 35-10. Since 2007, Joanna, Denver has never beaten Dike-New Hartford. Dike-New Hartford is 28-0 against them. It's going to take a lot, but Denver has a chance today. Do they have a chance to take down this highly competitive Dike-New Hartford team?
There's always a chance. You never know what will happen, in other classes, like even Ankeny Christian coming up next. They had a big injury yesterday, right? And every piece of the puzzle matters. And so if you're Coach Jamie Johnson, you're coming in and you're going to take it 1 point at a time. That's what she said yesterday. That's what we have to do, 1 point at a time, and do what we do well.
Dike-New Hartford down to Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont 3-0 in the first round. I will say, Dike-New Hartford didn't give up more than 10 points in a single set throughout the regional tournament. They gave up 23 to Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont. The Rockets had the Wolverines on the ropes. They figured everything out after that. And then Denver really took care of Sumner Fredericksburg. It was a pretty well done match. 25-18, 25-16, 25-11. That's a talented Sumner Fredericksburg team who they've had troubles to. And now you get a team that, once again, you're very familiar with. Do you think that helps at all the more you see them, or, the other team sees you as much as well?
They do. You have to take care of things on your side of the court, right? You have to play clean volleyball. That's what Coach Diane Harms from Dike-New Hartford said. After that little bit of a shakeup, they were a little surprised that Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont played so well, but if you're not surprised, because Molly Schaefer and her twin sister Kate Schaefer, that was the all-time best twin matchup in the state of of Iowa yesterday. It was pretty awesome with Molly and Kate for Eddyville-Blacksburg, and then there'll be future teammates with Jaden Peterson, of course, the twins for Dike-New Hartford, Jaden and Peyton Peterson. So they play at national levels, both of them at the club level, so they're phenomenal players. I'm not surprised, but if you look at set number 2 for Dike-New Hartford yesterday, they focused in a little bit more, and it was 25-5.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look at our road to the championship as what two teams have in front of them. Obviously, like we said, both teams successful in first round action with 3-0 sweeps. Channing Johnson, 29 assists. She's just a sophomore. Keep an eye out for her. And then Myra Rosekrantz had 4 aces as well for the Cyclones. And then, like we talked about, Peyton Peterson, 12 kills, 2 aces. Addie Jocelyn, 21 assists. Dike-New Hartford really spreads the wealth. You think it's just one person, but they really like to evenly spread a couple different places. But we can't go without saying Peyton Peterson has the 3rd most kills in the state coming into the entire state tournament. She's a Louisville commit. She's made the basketball all-captain team. She's been the all-captain 3 times. She has a chance to sweep the all-captain platform at state basketball this season, twice and all one for volleyball. And for Dike-New Hartford, you're like, what is there to have motivation for? Well, they haven't won. They didn't win last year. They want revenge from last year.
They do. It was an incredible matchup between 2 of the best coaches in the business with Diane Harms at Dike-New Hartford and Tammy from Western Christian. They're still playing right now. So just a phenomenal battle. Of course, Western Christian moved up to 3A, and so Dike-New Hartford is like, hey, who's going to bring it to us in 2A? And yet they have yet to lose a set.
We will take a break, and we'll be back to recap and get you ready for your starting lineups. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Volleyball Tournament on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Thanks for joining us for the 2023 Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Volleyball Championship. We hope you are enjoying the competitive action on the court, and we are excited to have President Brent Johnson of the Iowa Farm Bureau here to talk to us about the relationship between Iowa Farm Bureau and the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Thanks for joining us, Brent. Student athletes participating this year in the Girls State Volleyball Tournament are bringing home some pretty cool souvenirs. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So this volleyball signature program is something that the kids have cherished through the years, and we're proud to partner with you and providing these signature volleyballs so that teammates can pass their signatures around, have their coaches and mentors, parents, teachers, whoever they want to sign these volleyballs, so that as they look back in time and they can look back at their time at this tournament, understand the time, effort, sacrifice that they've put into their craft, and remember that time fondly.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Brent, for joining us, and thank you, Farm Bureau, for your support of the Iowa Girl. Back to volleyball.
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Volleyball Tournament. Blake Walker Joanna settles with you here this afternoon. We're in Class 2A semifinal action. Take a look at the Peterson sisters, Peyton and Jaden. Peyton, number 21, Jaden, number 8. They really are one of the best 1-2 combos that we've seen, not just in volleyball, but on the basketball court as well. It's a very athletic family, and we talk about the sister combo here at the state tournament. There are so many sister duos here at the state tournament. I'd love to actually figure out how many there are. But there's just something about the Peterson sisters that, you know, they're coming together. It's their senior season. And Dike-New Hartford, very, very lucky to have a great pair of talented athletes.
Yes, and they've seen it again. This is 2.0 for Dike-New Hartford and the Peterson twins. I also have to add in track, they're phenomenal runners. They run 4x4. They're up at the Blue Circle up in Des Moines as well. But their sisters won 3 state championships in volleyball, and so I think that's a big motivation for them, right? They're used to winning, but they want to get their 3rd trophy as well. So Diane Harms doesn't want to take it too quickly. She just says, hey, let's worry about this match. We're not talking about tomorrow. We're not talking about state championships yet. We're talking about winning this semifinal today.
Denver, as you can see, led by head coach Jamie Johnson. Obviously a big task ahead for the Cyclones. They haven't taken a set against Dike-New Hartford since back on October 2nd of 2018, so 5 years in the making. Only one team has taken a set against Dike-New Hartford all year. That was Dowling Catholic, obviously the 1 seed in Class 5A that's headed off to the 5A title game. So a big ask ahead, and they've played each other so many times. Like I said, 28 times since 2007. That is a long time coming, and the Cyclones will look to pull a big upset today. On the other side of the bracket, they are going to be quite delayed, it seems like, on court number 2, unfortunately. After 2 back-to-back matches go 5, it will be Hinton and Grundy Center in most likely probably an hour or an hour and a half. So we'll stay on track on this side. Hopefully we'll send it down to our PA announcer and get you your starting lineups.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, volleyball fans. Welcome to today's 2023 Girls State Volleyball 2A semifinal matchup featuring the Denver Cyclones and the Dike-New Hartford Wolverines. The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union promotes good sportsmanship by participants, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants, officials, and spectators in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or abusive comments, or intimidating actions directed at officials, participants, coaches, team representatives, or event personnel will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. We thank you for your cooperation and invite you to just enjoy the game. It's now time to introduce the players for today's 2A semifinal. First of all, for the Denver Cyclones, here are your non-starters. Number 3, Lexi Benham. Number 4, Madeline Hildebrandt. Number 6, Riley Eckerson. Number 12, Bailey Mullahan. Number 13, Amelia Powers. Number 18, Miley Thurm. Number 20, Ava McPherson. And number 23, Haley Wilson. Your assistant coaches, Paul Gable and Megan Newbro. Now here are your starters. For the Denver Cyclones, 5'10" sophomore, number 1, Channing Johnson. 5'8" senior, number 5, Elena Hildebrandt. 5'10" junior, number 8, Maya Rosecrans. 6 foot senior, number 14, Jessica Gergen. 5'6" junior, number 15, Elena Akers. And a 5'11" sophomore, number 17, Grace Mullahan. Your libero, a 5'5" freshman, number 10, Mackenzie McEwen. Head coach for the Denver Cyclones, Jamie Johnson. And now, let's meet the Dike-New Hartford Wolverines. Here are your non-starters. A sophomore, number 3, Addie Jocelyn. Number 4, Claire McCumber. Number 6, Maddie Buskol. Number 7, Indy Grassley. Number 11, Izzy Norton. Number 13, Mallory Peterson. Number 14, Peyton Nolan. And number 15, Keely Cotton. Your assistant coaches, Lawrence Harms, Abby Perez, and Emma Eden. Now here are your starters for the Wolverines of Dike-New Hartford. 5'5" junior, number 1, Lucy Varney. 6 foot senior, number 2, Myron Bixby. 5'6" senior, number 5, Shelby Ort. 5'8" senior, number 8, Jaden Peterson. 5'9" junior, number 12, Shannon Mormon. And a 5'11" senior, number 21, Peyton Peterson. Your libero, a 5'5" sophomore, number 10, Abby Jensen. Head coach for Dike-New Hartford, Diane Harms. Now let me introduce to you our officials for this match as assigned by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Your first referee, Gene Statlander. Second referee, Brian Rodemeyer. Line judges, Joe Van Ness and Daryl Meyer. All right, who's ready for state tournament volleyball?
We are ready to go here at the Iowa Girls State Volleyball Tournament Class 2A semifinals. Ready to get going. Dike-New Hartford looking to make it to their 4th straight championship match. Only of those losses was last year to Western Christian. They look to get back in the win column and finish out a very successful senior class. And the Denver Cyclones look to grab their first win against the Wolverines in a long, long time. It's a tough task for Jamie Johnson and her group, but the Cyclones, again, you've played them so many times. It's like that saying for the Little Giants. You know, you could lose 99 times, but you just get that one time. You never know. But I think a lot of times we have to sit back and appreciate the dynasty that Dike-New Hartford and Coach Diane Harms has built.
Yes, it's incredible. She has over 1,000 wins. Obviously 40, when you get 48 in a season, they accumulate quickly. So very impressive. What to look for today, Dike-New Hartford will serve aggressively. They want to play clean, crisp volleyball and transition effectively. For Denver, they're taking things 1 point at a time, and they want to track the ball defensively so they're not only in the correct spot, but can see where that hitter is going to attack, whether it's going to swing or tip, and be there to make a good pass.
Grace Mullahan will lead us off here in Class 2A. The winner of this one will get Hinton or Grundy Center in the championship match. We're off and running in this Class 2A semifinal. Here's Jaden Peterson. She will hug the line and catches it on the back corner. And the Wolverines have the first point of the day. You're going to get frustrated like that at times, I guarantee. The Wolverines, they like to hug the lines. Some teams are like, oh, let's stay away. They are, let's paint the corner, let's force you to make a decision. Claire McCumber was the one on the serve. They go to the middle, and that's Jessica Gergen. Nothing going for Gergen. Jaden Peterson drops one in on the back line. It's a quick 2-0 start for the Wolverines.
Yes, both of Jaden Peterson's shots have been in that back left corner, so they're covering line. You might see some adjustments defensively for Denver, and as soon as they do that, they'll hit somewhere else.
You talked about it. Jaden Peterson headed off to UNI to play volleyball for the Panthers. A lot of UNI commits here at the state volleyball tournament. McCumber gets met at the line. No, that's Addie Jocelyn who got there at the net, and Jocelyn's able to drop it across in a 3-0 start for the Wolverines.
This is an important side-out opportunity for Denver to get things going offensively. It starts with this pass right here.
Addie Jocelyn leads the team in assists. Nowhere near a kill amount, but she's able to get on the board there. A near side ball will go long by Rosecrans.
I like how they tried to mix it up offensively, going pin to pin. That was a back set, trying to go to the right side.
Dike-New Hartford in their all blue. Denver in all black. McCumber, the senior, on the serve again. A little low, set up by Channing Johnson. That one's blocked back by Marin Bixby.
Yes, that was a very aggressive serve. You look at the velocity on that, it's very close to the net. That's too much for Denver to handle early.
A 5-0 start for Dike-New Hartford as the Wolverines, the Cyclones calling a timeout early. Hey fans, Central College has you covered with career building programs with tuition less than $20,000 a year and tons of scholarships available. It's the best decision ever. Apply today at central.edu. So one quick timeout down and taken by Coach Jamie Johnson and her Cyclones, trying to get things rolling here this afternoon. Claire McCumber serves again with the 5-0 start. Cyclones trying to get something rolling here as we're off and going again out of the break. Set up, Gergen races in, and stumbling over to get it is Abby Jensen. Jaden Peterson tries to drop it across, and that one goes too far out and away. Cyclones can't catch the lucky bounce.
Yes, an incredible dig by libero Jensen. That was a hard hit ball. Usually terminates, not against Dike-New Hartford.
She was wobbling after she picked it up. McCumber again on the serve. Channing Johnson sets up in the middle. A near side blooper across by Hildebrandt's not going to go. That one's blocked back, out of bounds. Elena Hildebrandt, a heck of a track athlete for the Cyclones. She holds 4 school records currently, and she's a 4x100 meter relay champion. That translates to volleyball, right?
She can get around the court quickly. not as much space.
Fatigue is not an issue for her. Jocelyn to Bixby, and Bixby hits the standard, and the Cyclones' first point of the day is on an error by the Wolverines.
There's some confusion with that because Bixby wasn't ready for that approach. On the last one, when she had the kill, they actually switched and moved their outside to middle and middle to outside, so they're doing some fancy offense.
Marin Bixby, I always look at her as Jaden Peterson has another kill. She is the unsung hero at times because you got the Peterson sisters, you got Jocelyn the center, but then Marin Bixby can just sneak up in there. She can kill and she can block, and I feel like many teams just forget about her even though she's 6 foot.
Right, well, when you're every headline is Peterson twins, Peterson twins, Peterson twins, and it has been for years. So she is such an integral part of their success. There she is, placing it beautifully for another kill, but they keep it alive.
Somehow, some way, the Cyclones save it. Jocelyn sets up for Peyton Peterson, and Peyton goes long, and it's a point for Denver. Cyclones are going to have to get kills, though. You can't just hope for errors here on Dike-New Hartford's part. They're a team that just doesn't make errors. Only 304 errors coming into the whole season.
Right, they don't. They place it so smart. They know exactly where it's going before they go up. That hit by Jaden Peterson. Hit in front of the 10-foot line. There's a push deep.
Push back to the back corner, and she does it right back. Great effort, though, by Mackenzie McEwen, the freshman libero, to at least save it. But it just so happened to fall right in Peyton's lap again.
Yes, that overpass gives her an opportunity to redirect the ball. She goes away from the block into the middle where there's an empty spot.
Marin Bixby on the serve, a 9-2 lead for the Wolverines. Gergen tries to go to the power back corner. That won't go. Jocelyn sets up for Peyton Peterson, and Peyton drops one in.
That's her big swing right there.
It's a rotation. Jaden was the one doing it from the far end, and now it's Peyton, and it's a 10-2 lead. Marin Bixby, the UNI commit, will serve here for the Wolverines. Channing Johnson comes up to get it. Spiked across by Bailey Mullahan. Called her name a couple times yesterday in the win over Sumner Fredericksburg. That one goes long off the hands of a Cyclone, and the Wolverines score again.
Peyton is reading the defense so well. She's jumping up. She can see where the defense is. She knows where they are positionally, and she can find that spot even in the air. She reads the defense so well. Most players are not able to do that at the high school level.
Heck of a job by McEwen to get there on the great serve by Bixby, and the Wolverines set up offensively. That one spiked right back down. Shannon Mormon. This is going to be her team next year. The junior stepping up big here for Dike-New Hartford.
Right, next year will be a big-time rebuilding year. It seems like the Peterson twins and Marin Bixby have been around forever. So they were like sophomores forever, juniors forever. So they've sure made their mark on volleyball.
Nice pickup by Jaden Peterson on the back line. A near side kill by Peyton Peterson will drop in. Just kind of one of those athletes that when they're gone, you're going to think, what would we do without? I think of Bishop Garrigan's Audie Crooks. I am not going to look at Bishop Garrigan the same this year if they get back for basketball and be like, well, where's Audie?
Where's Audie? It's so different. I just ran into Audie at the mall at Jordan Creek last week, and I was, hey, Audie, so she's at Iowa State.
Yeah, excited to watch her.
Yes.
Fans official state tournament merchandise is now available online. Time to get your smartphones out. Just scan the QR code on your screen now or visit IGHSAU.org to browse and customize your merchandise to match your style. A 12 or 13-2 advantage for Dike-New Hartford here early. And Coach Jamie Johnson has used her timeouts quickly, as now Denver is without one the rest of the set. Which in that case, if you're going to make a change, you might as well make it now.
Right, I like that. Jamie Johnson says, hey, let's try to keep it close. They were down 5-0. She took one, now down 9. Hey, what are we going to do? Try to stop some of the momentum. Even a timeout can't get done what she hopes to get done.
Wolverines 48-0 on the season, the only undefeated team left in the state now, as Clear Creek Amana, the only other undefeated, fell today in the semifinals of Class 4A. That one blocked up in the air. The Wolverines are 179-8 in their last 4 seasons. Blocked back by Gergen. She almost celebrated a little too prematurely, but it works. And that's a block for Jessica Gergen.
That's a big play. They needed her to step up a lot to try to slow down the offense of Dike-New Hartford.
Serve on the way by Gergen. Far push across by Peyton Peterson, and Channing Johnson will send it over by Mullahan. Peterson trying to get to the back line. It's somehow saved. Good reflexes up front. But right back across goes Addie Jocelyn. The way her assist numbers are, you really don't expect her to send that across.
No, how she placed that. I mean, she's practiced that many times to go up, jump set. There's no block on it because they know that she's going to set it, so she can tip it behind her to the sideline. Brilliant.
Lucy Varney, one of the junior captains, was on the serve. Varney sets up for Peyton Peterson, and Peyton drops it within. There were 2 Denver Cyclones up front. Everybody on the back line wasn't pulled up enough.
It's really cool exactly where that hits on the palm of Peyton and Jaden, how they do it, right, for it to go straight down like that. It's really hitting about 12 feet, and the defense is much further back than that, so it drops in for an easy kill.
Another good serve by Varney. Varney sets up in the middle. Peyton Peterson again. It's a clinic for the Peterson sisters. Western Christian, by the way, they're still on Class 3A semifinals. They just took a 2-0 lead over Union. So the Wolfpack trying to prove that despite the different class, they can at least compete for championships. 24 consecutive seasons in a state semifinal appearance. That's unbelievable. Peterson sent it across, but that one couldn't get there. Bailey Mullahan a little too far, and it's 17-3, Dike-New Hartford. This is your average Dike-New Hartford set most of this season.
Yes, it's quick. It doesn't take too long. The only thing that takes a while are the timeouts that the coach has to use, both of them.
That one bounces in favor of the Wolverines. That was Shannon Mormon again. Of over 400 kill efficiency as a team this season for the Wolverines.
Yes, almost unheard of. And that is the first kill now for Denver. Dike-New Hartford already has double digits, and Denver gets their first one. It was so many I couldn't calculate it in my head fast enough.
16 kills for Dike-New Hartford, now just 1 for Denver. How about over 500 hitting percentage for the Wolverines as well? That one's going to hit the standard. Peyton tried to go way out and go get it.
Just a few hitting errors, and that's only because the ball was set out too far, but you can't, if you're Denver, you cannot rely on them making errors because they're just so few and far between.
Well, and for Denver, Dike-New Hartford's got 16 digs, so you can't even get the ball across anyway, and you're having good sets. You just can't find it, as Peyton Peterson has yet another kill. That's, I believe, 8 once they update the board here. 8 kills, 3 digs, 2 assists for Peyton Peterson. Having a heck of a day as that one she puts into the net. 19-6 advantage here for Dike-New Hartford. It has gone eerily quiet over here on this side. And I say that because Dike-New Hartford fans, this is a normal day when you're watching your team. I mean, this is how Dike-New Hartford plays volleyball. Back to the back line. Varney set up in the middle. Nice job by McEwen to pick it up, but that one's going to go too far out. And Dike-New Hartford cracks 20. 26 advantage. How about 7 assists for Lucy Varney? She comes back as well. I think with Mormon and Varney coming back, both as juniors, that's a good foundation to start with for Coach Diane Harms.
It is. She'll have to rebuild, but these girls are having so much great experience learning from these seniors.
Peterson sends it over. They'll go near side, hit across by Rosecrans. They try to the other side, and that one drops in for Shelby Orr. Her first kill today.
Yeah, so defensively, it's not like you can just hone in on the middle and the right side. You have to be ready for an outside or right side block. You have to respect the entire net, which makes it tough.
That was Jensen on the serve. Jensen able to pick that one off. And Jaden Peterson sends it across. Hildebrandt is there. Grace Mullihan there for a second. Too much power by Jaden Peterson.
That was a lot of power. Jaden Peterson, 5'8". Her sister Peyton is 5'11".
How'd that happen? Come on. What are we doing?
Ask the other set of twins.
Where's the 3 inches?
Yes, Bailey and Sydney are like, what is this, Peyton?
Do we know? Are there any more? I don't think. Are there any more Petersons left?
They just keep coming. No.
22-16, or maybe a different part of the family tree. Middle ball, Bixby. Not going to go. Boy, McEwen's working hard on the back line for Denver. But Bixby drops it back across. Good job by Denver to keep it alive, and the volley continues. Tough play at the net. Bixby over to Jaden Peterson. Good volley here, starting to work together.
Yes, but they have to free ball it over. Here it comes for a crush.
Bixby can't find it, and that one's in the net.
Bixby transitions so well every time she gets off that net so quickly, so natural. Obviously, she practices it a lot, but she's behind 10 feet and moves very, very well to get a good approach in that short little bit of space that the middle provides.
So quick to react. 23-6, all Dike-New Hartford in set number 1 here. Jaden Peterson tries again and has another one.
She loves that line shot. Man, is she good at that line shot.
Well, and it creates that doubt, by the defender. Do I have to go for it? What if I don't? Match point or set point for Dike-New Hartford. It's Abby Jensen on the serve. Channing Johnson sets it up, and that one's going to drop in for Denver.
A great pass, a quick set right behind her. They put one down.
Channing Johnson's going to be one of the top setters the state of Iowa has ever seen by the time she graduates. She led the state in assists last year as a freshman and comes back this year just as good with 929 assists. Jaden Peterson sends it across the way. Lena Akers is in for the Cyclones, number 15. She sent that one across. Peterson gets it blocked back. Nicely done by Gergens and Maya Rosecrans.
Yes, that's the momentum they need. You're really trying to get to double digits, right? You're 2 away. It's game within a game here for Denver.
Any momentum to take into the second set is good momentum. Jocelyn sets up. Bixby gets it blocked back again. Denver might have found something here late in the going.
One thing to look for here on the serve receive, it's the Peyton sister or the Peterson sisters and the libero, but they hold their platform. So as they pass this ball with their platform, they really hold it to check their angle right here, and they hold. Look at that hold. That's something that great passers do.
Jada Peterson works her way around the block, and it is a 25-9 first set victory for Dike-New Hartford. The Wolverines lead 1-0. We'll be back. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Volleyball Tournament on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
What's affordable to her might not be for him. Our means may be different, but our need for energy is the same. And keeping the price for that energy as low as possible is exactly what we strive to do. It's what we've always done. Investments made 10 years ago have kept prices nearly unchanged. Investments made today will help keep prices predictable for the future. With energy that's cleaner, reliable, and affordable for all. An energy future that's American-made. Mid-American. Obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion. Because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you get more than great dental and vision insurance. You make a difference for others. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Volleyball Tournament. Blake Walker, Joanna Settles with you here through one set. Dike-New Hartford defeats Denver 25-9 is the final score of set number one. A dominant performance by the Wolverines. They've only given up one set over 10 points this entire tournament. And that was to the first set of the day against Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont. Celebrating 60 years, Sukup Manufacturing offers decades of quality products from a family-owned business. A winning combination producing innovative, reliable grain storage and grain handling products. Visit sukup.com. Take a look at your Sukup Manufacturing stats so far, and it is all Dike-New Hartford. How about a .395 hitting percentage, 22 assists, 24 digs, 23 kills. Denver does have more blocks, and they started to figure something out at the end of that set, but all Wolverines through this one.
Yes, Denver needs to continue to score with those blocks and do what they can to try to slow down the offense, which is really the impossible task this year.
Yeah. And you hate to say the word impossible, but it hasn't been done. Again, it's hard to stress for some people. 48 wins, all those sets, and they've only lost one of them. It's unbelievable.
Yes. But these girls, they play volleyball year-round.
Yes.
They are on national teams, and 3 of the girls for Dike-New Hartford won the nation for 17-year-olds with the six-pack, the USA championship this year. So that is really hard to do, but not only are they great Iowa players, they are great nationwide. I want to read off those team names because there's so many girls from Northeast Iowa that were on that team, right? From Dike-New Hartford, all 3, Jaden and Peyton Peterson and Maren Bixby. From Sumner Fredericksburg, right, who was here yesterday, Isabel Elliott and Morgan Block. Marissa Cahoy of New Hampton, Kinsley Mowinkle of Applington Parkersburg, Gabby Lombardi of Des Moines Christian, and Emma Stamner of Iowa City West, and Annalise Grant of West Des Moines Dowling.
It's insane, insanely stacked team. Dike-New Hartford getting rolling here after 2 good kills by Denver, or a kill and then an attack error, and it's 2-1 lead. That's an IMT insurance substitution. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com.
Well, 35 miles between Dike-New Hartford and Denver. Not far apart.
No, not at all. Everything's around that area, you know.
If we had the little lights up on the state of Iowa, they'd be way up there, very near each other.
Stop at Cedar Falls on the way, in between.
Yes, now there's that slide from Bixby coming out to the right. That slide, kind of like a layup approach. That time she connects, goes off the block for the point.
Peyton Peterson, 9 kills. Jaden Peterson with 7. Having a clinic so far today. Channing Johnson to Jessica Gergen. Blocked back by Peterson. Sent across. Peyton Peterson's there on the back line. Jaden Peterson knocks one across.
Yeah, that was a sharp cross using the left hand of the middle blocker. She hits that one hard.
Well, and sometimes on the slide, you feel like you know where the ball is going to go, but with Jaden, and Peyton too, Jaden, it's just, you really don't know where it's going to go, as there's a Kruger Seed service ace.
The let serve.
And it's just a really interesting 1-2 punch because Peyton can really jump with the height. Jaden can jump as well. A lot of power.
Yes.
Channing Johnson sets up in the middle. Gergen spikes it right back across. Nicely done by Jessica.
Yes, that was a very quick, fast-paced offense with that lower trajectory on that ball to get it to the setter quickly, a quick set. That offense works for them. If they can get there, they need to continue to do that.
4-3 lead for Dike-New Hartford, 1-0 overall here at the state volleyball tournament. Class 2A semifinals. Winner will take on the winner of Grundy Center and Hinton, who will start someday on court number 2. That one drops in, nicely done by Bailey Mullahan. Cyclones will go back to serve. It's Elena Hildebrandt. Came in with 26 service aces on the tournament. Jaden Peterson knocks through another. Wolverines take back the lead. And really in that first set, Denver really never had a chance to breathe. It was 9-2 right out of the gates.
Yes, they're a little more relaxed. They're getting in the swing of things.
Gergen misses the target on the right side, and that's out on a wide shot.
Yeah, good attempt on that slide. She's got to keep that in, though.
Good dig on the floor by Madeline Hildebrandt. And Bailey Mullihan can't put it across into the net. Wolverines trying to pull away here to start set number 2. Western Christian leads 2-0 over Union over on court number 2, but it's 12-11 in favor of the Wolfpack. Gergen running starts, caught up on the back line, nicely done by Jaden Peterson. Hildebrandt, or Mullihan, excuse me, not gonna go. Gergen to the back line, to no avail, pushed back across by Addie Jocelyn, keeping the Cyclones honest, and that's going to be a point for Bailey Mullihan. Starting to settle in, you can just tell. I think they're a little bit more relaxed, putting things together now.
They are. Again, Mullihan's a sophomore, so this is her first time playing on this big stage here.
Service error for Jessica Gergen. It wasn't by much. Good awareness by the Wolverines. Three-point lead for Dike-New Hartford.
There's an ace. Yes, I was going to say she's number 2 on their team in service aces, followed by number 8 Jaden Peterson. But she knows how to serve really tough. It's another opportunity for her to play a half rotation. As a middle, you only play the front row, and she's in here just for a little half. That was a tough serve.
Peyton Peterson drops that one in, and another kill for the Wolverines. Service aces are always so crucial, and I think if I'm correct, our next game, you and I also calling Ankeny Christian to BCLUW. Katie Quick, I believe, 140 service aces coming into the tournament. I mean, that's unheard of. It's an art. I mean, it truly is. Jaden Peterson off the block. Too much power, and the Wolverines lead by 6.
Here's Marin. She does get to serve a lot. Of course, with Peyton Peterson hitting the ball, she gets to stay in this rotation for quite a while. It's a strong rotation for Dike-New Hartford.
Does it catch the line? Yes, it does. And a kill for Denver. I think that was Mullihan again, possibly. 11-6 lead. 29 kills for the Wolverines, just 7 for the Cyclones. And Denver is back over 400 hitting percentage. That one's blocked back. Nicely done by the Cyclones. A little bit of miscommunication. Jensen hits the floor. Denver will take it.
They talk it over. They know what to do next time. There was a bit of confusion.
Happens more often than you'd think. Some of the best teams are the ones that talk, and talk a lot.
And make a mistake and figure out how to fix it, even on the fly.
That one spiked into the net by Hildebrandt. 13 assists for Addie Jocelyn so far, 13 digs for Jaden Peterson. Those stats lead the Wolverines. Peyton and Jaden, both 10 kills. 5 digs so far for Mackenzie McEwen, the libero. She's been everywhere on the back line. Peterson just misses the back line. Cyclones hanging around here in set number 2. And it'll be Bailey Mullihan to serve, the sophomore. 26 service aces coming into the tournament. Peterson, too hard. It's so tough because your reflexes got to be lightning quick to be on the floor to catch it.
Yeah, it's a powerful approach that Peyton takes.
Peyton headed to Louisville to play for the Cardinals. And like we talked about, an all-around athlete. Nowadays, the all-around athletes seem to be the ones that do so well in the collegiate level. And coaches look for all-sport athletes in a way. Nice job by Channing Johnson to pick it up. Not enough. It bounces around a little bit. Good kill by Shannon Mormon. 14-8, Dike-New Hartford. On top of Denver here in set number 2, already leading 1-0. Far side ball won't go for Rosecrans. Jaden Peterson tries her luck. That one's going to go long, but Andrews again, or McEwen saves it. Another great play. Did that one catch the line? No, it did not.
That is her favorite spot, just to go line all day for Jaden Peterson. That one just a little wide, but she'll try it again.
Boy, Mackenzie McEwen, for how well she's played, she's just a freshman. And a freshman libero, you talk about how important that could be, as that one's a service ace for the Cyclones. Denver trying to mount a little bit of a rally here, trailing by 4. It's Grace Mullahan on the serve. Varney set it up, nothing going for the Wolverines. They'll try again, and that one's sent long, but it was touched. 14-11, Dike-New Hartford.
Yes, every time in the serve receive, you see Dike-New Hartford go to a 3-person serve receive, and they pull back whichever Peterson twin is in the front row. They pull her back, and so it's always a Peterson, and then libero Abby Jensen. So it's just those 3 who are brilliant at passing.
Grace Mullahan sends that one long for a service error. And it's 15-11 for the Wolverines. Jensen, the sophomore libero. So you get her for a couple more years as well. That one's going to drop in. Nicely done by Maya Rosecrans. Western Christian looks like they're going to sweep Union and advance on to the Class 3A title game over on court number 2. That one just sneaks long. And the Wolverines take the point. Western Christian's going to get them back on track. They were almost an hour behind, but Wolfpack going to finish that one up over there on court 2. It'll be about 40 minutes behind instead of an hour and a half. That's better than anything. Claire McCumber just misses the back line in a service error. The Cyclones hanging tough here, trailing by 3.
They are. A good decision there by Mackenzie McEwen, the libero.
Denver just step for step now, trying not to let the Wolverines go on a major run. Jaden Peterson back in a good spot. That one's blocked, and it will be taken for the Wolverines as it was touched. Petersons are having a competition here. Who's going to have the most kills? Tied at 11.
I don't know that they care who does. They'd love to pass, too. Like, I'll pass for you, you pass for me.
Peyton has 2 assists. Bixby gets blocked back. Jocelyn tries again, and that one's going to be put down for another kill. That's Peyton Peterson. Timeout, Coach Johnson. Denver's going to talk things over. They trail by 5. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Volleyball Tournament on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
What's affordable to her might not be for him. Our means may be different, but our need for energy is the same. And keeping the price for that energy as low as possible is exactly what we strive to do. It's what we've always done. Investments made 10 years ago have kept prices nearly unchanged. Investments made today will help keep prices predictable for the future. With energy that's cleaner, reliable, and affordable for all. An energy future that's American-made. Mid-American. Obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Volleyball Tournament. Dike-New Hartford fans all settled in here. We're told these are the 2 most energetic fans in the entire state right here. We got white sweatshirt, orange vest. girls here on the camera. Not a big student section for Dike-New Hartford, but I'm sure, like you and I talked about, a lot of them probably think, all right, see you tomorrow.
Yes.
It's a little warm, though. I've been hot all weekend, or all week, so good on them for going long sleeves. 18-13, Dike-New Hartford on top of Denver in set number 2. It is 1-0 overall for the Wolverines.
Nice back row attack.
Peterson from the back row, and we're going to have a whistle blown. It's a double. It's a rare double.
Yes. Peyton Peterson especially likes to hit from the back row. There's a couple different spots, a couple of different calls that they had there.
Jocelyn over to Peterson, won't go, but Peyton spikes it right back.
Wow. And if you questioned her athleticism, there it is. That's D1 movement attacking. She didn't even take an approach. She was just up, down.
Such an impressive wingspan as well. Yeah, you can have height, but the wingspan is what really got it. Channing Johnson sets up to the middle. Hildebrandt comes flying in. He can't make a play. So they'll go back over to Peyton Peterson. And McEwen's there. Mullihan not going to go. Peyton Peterson tries her luck, and that one drops in just in front of Hildebrandt.
Again, she knows the defense is going to be on that cross shot, so she goes a little bit to the left of the defense and makes it too difficult to take.
Western Christian defeats Union 3-0 over on court number 2. They're on to the Class 3A championship game. Jocelyn in the middle, blocked back. Nicely done up front by Gergen and company.
Nice net play.
Or excuse me, that was Grace Mullihan up front. Both Mullihans, Grace and Bailey. Far side attack. Once again, Peyton Peterson. That's 15.
It's 15. If you look at the blocks for Denver, they're hitting lines so much that they have to pull out. Denver has to push over all the way to the right so that they are taking the line away. Well, then that leaves the cross court open. So they really need 3 up there to block. Dike reads the defense so well.
Nicely done right down the pipe by Grace Mullihan. I tell you what, the roster really lines up for Denver. Only 2 seniors on the entire roster, Elena Hildebrandt and Jessica Gergen. Albeit those are going to be 2 big losses, but
they are.
The rest of this roster, Joanna, I'd keep an eye. Denver is going to be really tough here next year and the couple of years to come.
Yeah, they've started a solid program. Of course, this is their 4th straight trip here to the state tournament. So they just reboot and reload.
Timeout on the floor, 22-16. Dike-New Hartford leads. We'll be right back.
What's affordable to her might not be for him. Our means may be different, but our need for energy is the same. And keeping the price for that energy as low as possible is exactly what we strive to do. It's what we've always done. Investments made 10 years ago have kept prices nearly unchanged. Investments made today will help keep prices predictable for the future. With energy that's cleaner, reliable, and affordable for all. An energy future that's American-made. Mid-American. Obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
We're back here at Extreme Arena in Coralville, Iowa, for the Iowa Girls State Volleyball Tournament. Dike-New Hartford leads over Denver 1-0. 22-16 overall, trying to close in on a second set victory, the Wolverines are. Much better second set by the Cyclones, but still, the Wolverines have been about 1 step ahead, it just feels like. We'll see how everything lines up here as we come out of the timeout break. Peyton Peterson on the serve. She's got 16 kills already today. She starts it out with a service ace. Because why not?
Yeah, so many offensive threats. Back row attack, outside attack, and the serve to score points.
Go ahead and add on to the repertoire. Channing Johnson sits up in the middle, and that one's going to drop in. Boy, nice couple minutes here for Grace Mullihan. And again, I talk about youth. I mean, she's only a sophomore. She's really stepped up here, and she was big in the win against Sumter Fredericksburg as well.
Mullihan will continue to get better and better, but her block is so key here in set 2.
Maya Rosecrans, also just a junior. Channing Johnson's a sophomore. That one catches the back line. There's Jessica Gergen.
Nice job mixing up their hits, their attacks, and adding in some pushes there to the corner left where the Peterson defense can't get to.
Really nice job by Denver to buckle down here in set number 2. They're only trailing by 5. Peterson catches that one in.
Denver only went a single block against that back row attack. Only Jurgen was there. Yesterday they were bringing up a triple block.
I do.
So I was
do
curious.
That,
yeah, that's not the first time that they've seen the triple block against the back row attack, but a single might not cover that.
Set point for the Wolverines. Gergen, nicely done. Watched it float in the air and knocked it back across.
Yeah, it was a little bit of overpass, so very athletic play to set that back over for Jurgen to be able to attack that to the back left corner.
Still set point here for Dike-New Hartford. Varney sets up to Jaden Peterson, and Peterson sends it long. And the Wolverines keeping it tight here. Not quite done with it yet, 24-20. Cyclone's second team in the tournament now to put 20 on the Wolverines. Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont did it in set number 1 of the first set. Bixby not going to go. Nice job by Akers to get on the floor. Jaden Peterson. Not enough on it. A little bit of a free ball across. Jaden will try again. And just misses the back corner. Boy, I don't know. That was really close, but a little far is what the judge says on the line, and it's 24-21. Peterson, that time that drops in. Dike-New Hartford defeats Denver 25-21 in set number 2, and they lead 2-0 overall. We'll be back. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Volleyball Tournament on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision, to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. And that old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
Being your family's grocery store isn't just about having the best butcher cut meat or the freshest produce. It's not about having the highest quality online shopping or experts who handpick your groceries. And it's not just about giving you the most affordable prices. Being your family's grocery store means making sure that you have all of that. And that's why at Fairway Meat and Grocery, it's what we've always been about.
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Volleyball Tournament, where Dike-New Hartford, the 1 seed, is on top of 4th-seeded Denver, 2-0 after 2 sets. Much better competitive set there in set number 2 for the Cyclones. Dike-New Hartford currently leads 2-0 and is 1 set away from yet another state championship appearance.
All they want to do is win set 3. That's it.
Yeah.
Because big difference in Denver in set number 2, and why? Why did Denver do so much better? They didn't give over free balls. Free balls are so easy, and we got to see the incredible offense of Dike-New Hartford in set number 1. They were much more aggressive in set number 2. They didn't send their free balls over. They attacked, and they have to continue to attack. If they're going to push, they have to push deep corners. And if it seems like a free ball, they have to do everything they can to at least down ball it over so that it's not an easy offense and a clinic on how to spike all over the court, line, cross, everything for Dike-New Hartford.
Take a look at your Sukup Manufacturing stats to watch and stats of the match so far. 39 kills for Dike-New Hartford, just 13 for Denver. A .317 hitting percentage for Dike-New Hartford. Assists more, aces more, digs more, blocks for Denver. Denver has been better on the defensive side on blocking, but it's been all Dike-New Hartford. You got to circle that .317 hitting percentage. 3 out of the 10 times they're hitting it across, they're scoring.
Yes, and Jocelyn is hitting .500. Peyton Peterson has 17 kills on 30 attempts. Jaden Peterson has 12 kills on 26 attempts so far.
Incredible volleyball as always. There's another block. Jessica Gergen in on the block. Maya Rosecrans in there as well.
Yes, love that. Scoring points for teams come out right away with that big block. They brought it over to try to take that cross-court swing away.
Started things out. It was never close in that first set. There's another whistle.
And there, the block was trying to take away the cross-court, and she tried to go line, and Jaden hit it out of bounds.
Cyclones lead 2-0 here to start. Peterson, nice job by Denver to corral it, and that one's going to sail out. Channing Johnson had to make a heck of a play, not enough on it.
I love how crafty Diane Harms is with the offense. She does not leave the outside hitter at the outside all the time, right? You see them come in and hit out of the middle sometimes and kind of switch things up.
2-1 lead to start here for Denver. A dig by McEwen. Jaden Peterson caught the back line. I think. Nope, it was long. 3-1 Denver. Upcoming serve by the left-handed server, Maya Rosecrans. And Peyton Peterson sends it back the other way. Jaden, not gonna go, good save. Not enough on it. Bounces out. Wolverines bring it within one.
Yes, and that's a wise decision to come back with the tip. She's been hitting it hard. A couple have gone too deep, so she comes back to get her confidence back with a quick tip over the double block.
18 assists for Addie Jocelyn. Leads everybody on the floor. Channing Johnson has 12 for Denver.
And here's a free ball. Here comes the offense. A little too easy.
Peterson. That one's going to go flying out. Way too much coming at her for Alana Akers to handle.
It turns into a free ball clinic quickly.
Free ball's got to be the most dangerous thing in volleyball.
It's dangerous when you're sending a free ball over to Dike-New Hartford.
Don't want to just give it back away. Jocelyn sets up over to the back line. Kill attempt, really nice kill attempt. Not quite enough on it. Jaden Peterson puts it in the net. Denver retakes the lead. Cyclones, I'm sure, would love to have the first set back because they played pretty well here in the second set, and now they're starting out the third set in a pretty positive way.
Yes, very competitively.
.2-0 lead overall for the Wolverines, trying to finish things out and sweep their way to the state championship tomorrow.
We haven't seen Marin Bixby with a hit for a while. She does the slide.
Denver catches the standard. It will be a point for the Wolverines.
That's because the Bixby shot was tough to handle.
40 service aces coming into the tournament for Marin Bixby. You could tell her serves cause a lot of issues. Gergen. Was it touched? No, it was not. So quiet in here, you never know who scores. Both teams are just kind of, Dike-New Hartford doesn't celebrate when they score, and then
yes, it doesn't feel like it's 5-4 here.
Mullahan, nothing on that one. Here's Peyton. Just caught the net. Good job on the back line by Hildebrand. Jocelyn back to Peterson, and McEwen's right there waiting. Denver crowd trying to get into it here a little bit. Mormon can't find the rhythm as it tries to be sent across. That one goes long, and it's a point for the Wolverines. It's a 6-4 lead.
Bixby continues to serve, but how about Hildebrand's defense? She reads so well. Not only is she there, but she's really tracking and trying to figure out where that ball is going to go. And when she's right there, she makes such a great pass.
Jessica Gergen off the hands of Marin Bixby. That's going to be a kill. It's Gergen's, I believe, 5th kill of the day. Yes, it is. Peyton Peterson too far down in front for Gergen to go after. Wolverines staying a couple steps ahead here. Peyton Peterson, how about 18 kills, 11 digs, and 2 assists, make it 19 kills. Jaden Peterson with 14 kills, and Marin Bixby with 4.
The biggest number with all that is that Peyton is hitting .417.
Yeah.
So almost every other time it's a kill when she touches the ball.
Accurate striking. Mullahan finds its way in between a couple defenders. That's going to be a tough 1-2 punch for sister combo. You talk about the Peterson sisters, but the Mullahan sisters, they're going to have something to say here the next couple seasons coming up.
They are.
Peyton Peterson can't quite find it. And the Wolverines recover. Lucy Varney sets up again for Peyton. 7-6 lead here in set number 3 for Dike-New Hartford. Peterson won't go. The volley continues. Channing Johnson looked for a cheap one over the middle. Not quite going to get it there. And Peyton Peterson hits the back line and it gives them a 2-point lead.
They do, and they were out of system on that ball because the setter took the dump off of ball 2 from Denver. But Abby Jensen put such a nice ball up with that pass for the assist.
Nice service ace once again for Peyton Peterson. 35 service aces coming into the tournament. Dike-New Hartford, a lot of people probably looking at the block total. They don't have a ton of blocks. Well, Denver doesn't have a ton of kills, and they're not really having a ton of kill attempts, really. Because that one's going to fall for Mullahan. They say Jessica Gergen, but I think...
it was Grace.
Yeah. Jessica Gergen is on the bench.
Yes.
I was looking, I'm like,
those middles switch fast. Grace
also,
Mullahan.
you know, tougher numbers to read. Jaden Peterson catches the back line. You're talking about Grace Mullahan, 5 kills already. Can't say enough about the growth we've seen from her.
Yes, more and more confident. She's mixing up on that last one. She didn't attack it. It looked like she was going to. She went to the corner, found an open spot for a point.
That one just slips off the hands of Akers. And Coach Johnson wants a timeout, trying not to let this one slip out of hand. 11-7, Dike-New Hartford leads over Denver. We'll be right back.
What's affordable to her might not be for him. Our means may be different, but our need for energy is the same. And keeping the price for that energy as low as possible is exactly what we strive to do. It's what we've always done. Investments made 10 years ago have kept prices nearly unchanged. Investments made today will help keep prices predictable for the future, with energy that's cleaner, reliable, and affordable for all. An energy future that's American-made. Mid-American. Obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Welcome back to the Iowa High School State Volleyball Tournament. Blake Walker, Joanna Settles with you here this afternoon from Extreme Arena here in Coralville, Iowa. Dike-New Hartford leads 2-0 overall, 11-7 in the third set over the Denver Cyclones. A spot in the Class 2A championship game is on the line here. Wolverines trying to finish it out here. The Cyclones hanging tough, though.
They are. Jimmy Johnson has to say, get that ball to our middles. They're playing really well. Mullahan has 5 kills on her 10 attempts. That's hitting 500. That's even better than Peyton Peterson at 400.
Got to keep an eye on number 17. Really nice dig by Jensen and Peyton Peterson. It was almost high. It was almost low. No way Denver could react. It's 12-7. Wolverines set the tone in the first set with a 25-9 start. Channing Johnson sits up. Marin Bixby. misses the back line. Dike-New Hartford thought they had the point, but give it to the Cyclones.
It was about 2 inches deeper.
Yes.
That'd be like 5 or 6 more kills. That's how close they are. They're aiming for that deep line. It's hard to decide if they're in or out.
Toughest possible spot to defend. That one's a kill, though. Bounces off the hands of Channing Johnson. Yeah, so the Wolverines will be graduating Marin Bixby, Claire McCumber, Shelby Orts, Indy Grassley, Jaden Peterson, Peyton Nolan, and Peyton Peterson. So a pretty significant senior class for the Wolverines. But they don't rebuild, they just retool. Reload, if you will.
It's not often you have 3 Division I players for a 2A school.
Yeah, it's
out of your 6.
It is insane. And, you know, we talked about Coach Diane Harms, 40-0 coming into the tournament against teams above 500. 7-0 against teams below 500. Granted, some of the teams you face, you know, they might not have a great season. They fall under 500, but that just means that Harms, as Marin Bixby has a great kill, dropping it across. Harms said, we're going to schedule the toughest opponents we can get, and we're going to make my team work for it and set them up well for the state tournament. Well, 40-0 against teams above 500, you can't set yourself up any better than that.
Right, you have to go up to 3A, 4A, 5A and play some of those bigger schools that run quicker offenses and have some bigger hitters.
Goes wide. I thought Hansen touched it, or Jensen touched it. Abby did not, and the Wolverines take the lead by 8. Claire McCumber will serve. A near side kill attempt won't go. Blocked back by Marin Bixby. They might have to fix the table there where the judge would stand on the other side. I'm starting to see the Iowa Hawkeye logo come through. They're going to have to fix the Iowa Farm Bureau ad. We'll take a break. 17-8, Dike-New Hartford on top.
What's affordable to her might not be for him. Our means may be different, but our need for energy is the same. And keeping the price for that energy as low as possible is exactly what we strive to do. It's what we've always done. Investments made 10 years ago have kept prices nearly unchanged. Investments made today will help keep prices predictable for the future, with energy that's cleaner, reliable, and affordable for all. An energy future that's American-made. Mid-American. Obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
We are back in Extreme Arena here in Coralville, Iowa. Blake Walker, Joanna Settles with you here. What a match it's been for Dike-New Hartford. Once again, just the domination continues to roll on for the Wolverines. A 17-8 lead here in set number 3, trying to close out the sweep. Grundy Center and Hinton, the one that they will await in the Class 2A title game, are just about to start over on court number 2. So they're about 35 minutes behind. That's a point for the Cyclones on an illegal hit by Dike-New Hartford. 15 assists for Channing Johnson, 20 assists for Addie Jocelyn, and Peyton Peterson leads all killers with 21. Bixby. Did it drop out?
Yes, not quite enough court. Wide right by an inch.
I thought she got tricky there. I mean, it looked like it was going to drop, but tried to readjust midair. 17-10. And a service ace right down the middle for the Cyclones. Nicely done by Maya Rosecrans. Maya, 50 service aces, a soccer athlete, soccer player here for the Cyclones. Peyton Peterson misses the mark.
She's trying to hit that sideline.
Boy, how many times today have they had wide open kill attempts and they've just missed the mark? It's been quite a few.
They're challenging themselves, trying to push the limits.
Nicely done by Jaden Peterson, dropping that one in. And if I'm correct, Diane Harms has not stood up the entire match, at least during play.
Right, no, she does during timeouts.
She is a seated. She did stand up in the first set yesterday against Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont.
And that is kudos to
Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont. If you can get Diane Harms off the bench, you're doing something right, because that means she needs to say something to her players.
She was concerned. And we keep talking about offense, but since we're talking about Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont, Molly Schaefer who played against them, she said, and of course is going to UNI to play with Jaden for
just juniors.
her mom. Yes,
yeah.
They are just juniors. But she said Dike-New Hartford is the best defensive team in the state. She just was blown away by their defense.
Oh, and we've seen several times with Denver. I feel like you got a good kill attempt. Oop, sorry, somebody's there to dig it up. I mean, there's a good dig by McEwen. It goes into the standard. I am very impressed with Mackenzie McEwen, the freshman.
Yes.
She's played great all day.
Very quick-footed.
That's 10 digs for her today. 21-12, Dike-New Hartford leads. Gergen into the net.
Set was a little low.
Wolverines trying to go to the state title for the 4th straight year. They've won it 2 out of the last 3. Fell short last year to Western Christian in 5, and probably one of the greatest volleyball matches we've ever seen here in the state of Iowa.
They're looking for win number 49 here in 3 more points. Make it 2.
Peyton Peterson, why not? 22nd kill today. Wolverines are 2 away. Jaden Peterson on the serve. And McEwen gets it across on a great dig attempt. Peyton tries to clean it up and puts it in. Match, set, point for the Wolverines. And the crowd gets up on their feet. (24-12), Jaden Peterson, the service ace leader on the team, sends it across. Channing Johnson sets up near side to Hildebrandt. They'll go to Peyton Peterson in the middle. She drops it in, and Dike-New Hartford is on to the Class 2A championship game. A heck of a win for the Wolverines, 25-12 in the final set. It is 3-0 is your final score. And Diane Harms, another chance to compete for a title, trying to avenge last year's loss. We'll send it down to our PA announcer for your trophy presentation.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the court for our awards presentation. In addition to receiving their team trophy, each participating player will receive a medallion and commemorative volleyball provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the IGHSAU are Aaron Gerlich, Associate Director, and Ben Van Wyk, Assistant Director. Congratulations, head coach Jamie Johnson and the Cyclones from Denver on an outstanding 2023 volleyball season. And now Peyton Nolan will advance her team on the bracket to the championship match. Dike-New Hartford fans, your team advances to the 2A championship and will play tomorrow on center court at 4:45.
It is a final here from Extreme Arena. Dike-New Hartford defeats Denver. 3-0 is your final score. Jana, it's a dynasty in progress, and Dike-New Hartford wants to avenge last year's title loss, and they look just like the team to do it.
They do. It's just fun to watch. They're such high caliber players. You love the drive and the communication. Even on the of Dike-New Hartford, even on the last play, Peyton Peterson, she passed it. She was from in the middle, and she was talking the whole time to the setter. She's like, "Give it right back to me. Give it right back to me." She went up, knew that there was a hole, and scored. So love all of that, as well as the dominance. That's Dike-New Hartford dominance. They are, ready to head into tomorrow's championship game with their 49 wins, trying to make it the perfect 5-0.
It would be a perfect season indeed at 50-0. Denver bows out at 35-11 on the season. Congratulations to Coach Jamie Johnson and her team on a phenomenal season. Denver is out. Dike-New Hartford is into the championship match. They will take on the winner of Hinton or Grundy Center tomorrow at 4:45. You can catch it on Iowa Public Television. For Drew Reinhardt on camera, Randy Nielsen, our producer. She's Joanna Settles. I'm Blake Walker. We'll see you in a little bit for your Class 1A semifinal. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Volleyball Tournament on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
What's affordable to her might not be for him. Our means may be different, but our need for energy is the same. And keeping the price for that energy as low as possible is exactly what we strive to do. It's what we've always done. Investments made 10 years ago have kept prices nearly unchanged. Investments made today will help keep prices predictable for the future. With energy that's cleaner, reliable, and affordable for all. An energy future that's American-made. Mid-American. Obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Well, it's being the right place at the right time. And you know, this is true in history with a lot of things.
Agriculture, where it's a moving dynamics out there, you have to have somebody that drives out to their farm and still worries about whether it's rained or what the grain price is, or climb up in the grain bin and make sure that everything's working like it's supposed to.
Frank, when you think fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sunkissed Orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
This is our son, Sebastian. In 2021, he took half a pill he didn't know was counterfeit.
That tiny pill contained enough fentanyl to kill him almost instantly. Kids buy them on social media and share them with their friends, not realizing how dangerous they are.
Please talk to your kids about not taking anything that's not directly prescribed to them.
Our child will never get to grow up, but we want yours to be able to.